And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparation.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Anthony is out there with Giles. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Lillard in at the point. And for the Nuggets, Cole is out there with Jokic. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Porter. And it's Barton in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Murray. Kicks it to Bol. And it's Portland with the rebound. Powell down low. Barton defending. Powell, that's good. Powell's got the first points up on the board tonight here for Portland. Murray with it. Up and in on the layup.
And the confidence from Murray, just so efficient from the interior.
Pass to Nurkic. Portland moving the ball around. Back to Lillard. Pass to Giles. 6 to shoot. Nurkic can't hit.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
Here's Murray. And that one is off. Anthony with the defensive effort.
And if you're drawing up your starting five for team irrational confidence, Jamal Murray makes a strong case. This guy is fearless.
Now Bart, after the missed 3 from Damian Lillard. Murray outside. Jokic trying to free himself up. Murray, no good. For Portland, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Lillard way outside. Barton with the rebound. And Murray, we know, can be streaky great. Still mid-30% for his career from three-point range.
Of course, the degree of difficulty pretty high on a lot of his shots. Off the bounce with the hand in his face. And he's more than a shooter, a versatile scorer who can get it done in a variety of ways.
Now here's Anthony. Following the missed shot by Nurkic. Anthony, the pass to Nurkic. Now here's Porter. Passes to Jokic. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Now here's Murray. The rebound by Giles.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Anthony finds Lillard. Nurkic trying to get open, and the basket is good.
Such a smart play. Lillard willing to take the jumper from the mid-range.
The Nuggets trail by 4, and so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
For the Nuggets, Paul Millsap is checked in for Bol. Rivers comes in for Barton, and Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Here's Rivers. Count the basket.
You see the quickness from Rivers right there. He's good at probing inside when he gets a chance.
For Portland, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. They double-team McCollum. There's the pass to Simons. Here's Covington. Back to Canner. Simons, the pass to Canner. And it's sent back by Jokic.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time.
And the Nuggets with some changes. JaVale McGee comes in for Jokic. And it's Aaron Gordon in for Michael Porter. For Denver, they've gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. Feeds it to Millsap. Rivers looking over the floor. Hangs back to Millsap. And Millsap slams it in.
There is the unselfishness that coaches love so much. Rivers doing a great job getting it to the open man.
Here's Simons. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Tries again. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Nuggets. Outside Gordon. Back to Morris. Lob pass to Gordon. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. A nice shot by Simons.
I mean, look, he's evolved as a passer over the course of his career. Get to the right spot, McCollum will find you.
And here is Morris. He kicks to McGee. In the corner, it's Gordon. McGee, the pass to Morris. Now Millsap. Pass to Rivers. Misses in close. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. It's the... Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his...
I think it comes from the...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at the Trailblazers' performance, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, governing the split-second chance opportunities. I mean, that's what has them in the lead right now.
Paul Millsap out there with Green. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Rivers. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Portland leading. Now Lillard. High post, Nurkic. Back to Lillard. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, will. So Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
Just 5 on the clock. 3-pointer, Barton. That shot off the mark. And it's Portland the other way. Here's Powell. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Powell's got the lead up to 6 now for Portland.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. He looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
And stolen by Lillard. Powell with it, outguarded by Murray. The shot by Powell, no good. Denver's gone 0-2 from deep hill in the second. And Murray, here we go. Banked in off the glass. Murray's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. But he clearly has something left to offer.
And here is Murray after Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go. And he commits the intentional foul. Both teams deciding to change it up. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Jokic. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Plays a rugged game down low. Jokic's toughness adds character to the identity of this team.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor.
And it's encouraging whenever McCollum scores inside, proving that he's more than just a jump shooter.
Here's Morris. score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
McCollum, no good. The Nuggets trail by 5. Here's Millsap. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Out to the right wing. Simons, the pass to McCollum, and there's the call on Austin Rivers. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Here's Simons, covered by Morris. 6 on the shot clock. McCollum outside. Takes the turnaround J.
That's fantastic when Rivers makes an impact, just like right there. I mean, you love when he hustles and works hard on D.
Well, you can't help but think of the dunk contest robbery with Aaron Gordon. Didn't receive max points on some of his dunks that clearly deserved it. Said he's done with the event after the last go, and I can't say I blame him.
And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. 52 seconds left in the first half. To the wing right side. Portland moving the ball around. 5 on the clock. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
What a dead eye McCollum is from that range. Such a tremendous feel for the mid-range jumper.
Morris outside, inside, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. So both teams changing it up here. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Simons, the pass to Carmelo. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Portland shooting their first free throws here for the night. That free throw good from Anthony. And Anthony drops them both.
Oh, he's never rattled at the stripe. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
Martin with it. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Floats it up for Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
A focal point of this offense. Jokic is comfortable handling the bulk of the scoring load on this team.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we... Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to the first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They were never able to get the lead above 4. And
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
He's so good at reading opportunities and seizing up on whatever the defense gives up.
Our second half of basketball and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for the Trailblazers, we've got Yusuf Nurkic. Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Anthony, and it's Giles in at the 4 slot.
I like to see this Lillard patient reading the D. He finds the open man.
Pass to Barton. Kicks it to Porter. Passes it to Jokic. Taken away by Anthony. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. And that one's good. Lillard. Lillard's got 9.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
Here's Murray. And the layup's good off the glass.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Lillard scanning the floor. looking shot, and the shot goes in. And the Trailblazers lead by 6.
How's that for a start? Good on all 3 attempts so far in the second half.
Murray against Lillard. And stolen by Lillard. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
Pressuring the ball and making a play that created the opportunity.
I mean, it all starts on the defensive end. When you're active and willing to gamble a little bit, the payoff can be big.
Now here's Murray. He has 6. Now here's Barton to the paint. Shot clock at 5. And he makes that one. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That'll be his second foul of the game. Morris outside. Back to McGee. He wants to get the Millsap and does. Just 5 to shoot. Rivers kicks to McGee. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those tip-ins.
McCollum passes to Simons. Back to McCollum, and stolen by Gordon. Down low. It's picked off. And now here comes Jones leading the break. McCollum dishes to Jones. Can't connect from short range. The Nuggets trail by 6, and Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. 1:27 left in the third quarter. They swipe it.
Trying to come back, Kevin, and you can't afford too many mistakes. His 4th turnover hampering their efforts and really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
Here's Morris after Enes Kanter's basket. Morris looking over the floor. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
Here's Simons. To the middle. Here's Kanter. And Kanter throws it down.
Oh, man, what a slam by Kanter. His size lets him make easy work of those big plays in the paint.
Gordon kicks to Morris. Bob pass to Gordon. Doesn't get it to drop for him.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Oh, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
Simons, the pass to Covington. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the basket by McCollum.
Well, and sometimes you just got to assume every 3 McCollum is going to take is going to go in.
Morris outside. And he banks in the layup. Morris has got 6. With 1 on the clock. That shot off. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Trailblazers out in front. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for Denver. 9-point game. We've got Murray. Jokic is out there at goal. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Porter at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
And the amazing athleticism of Murray just taking off towards the rim for the jam.
And so here's Portland after the Nuggets pick up 2. And here's McCollum. Back to Lillard. Shot clock at 6. From the arc. And it's Denver with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Robert Covington's checked in for the Trailblazers. Now, here's Jokic. The kick out to Porter. Back to Jokic. Powell with the steal. And oh, here we go. Lillard's got it, the fast break chance. And the basket by McCollum.
Those are the kinds of plays that win games. Really savvy D, and give him credit for looking to go straight up the court with it.
Murray outside. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
I think Murray's toughness gives him an edge on drives. He just doesn't back down.
And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this 4th quarter. The Nuggets trail by 7. Porter at the elbow. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Porter's got his first points of the night.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
The pass to Nurkic. McCollum outside. Back to Nurkic. And stolen by Barton. And they're running. Porter trying to free himself up. And that one's good. Barton. Now just a 3-point Trailblazer lead. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. McCollum outside. The Trailblazers rebound. Kicks it out to Lillard. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. McCollum passes to Nurkic. That's a 2 from Lillard. And he overshot that one, missing. The Nuggets have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far. The kick out to Barton. Now Jokic goes straight through the defender. The coach's challenge has been issued. First game like this, under the wire, this is what it's for.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able now. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now here's Porter after the miss from Damian Lillard. Murray kicks to Jokic. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Cantor's checked in. Portland's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Murray against Lillard. Anthony nowhere around. Giles controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Trailblazers lead by 3.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Yes! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hand. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
Now, here's Lillard. Outside Anthony. Giles, the pass to Cantor. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double-checking, and the game continues on.
Robert Covington's checked in for the Trailblazers. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch what Mike Malone said to his team. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David.
And one thing you talk about with Lillard, great at all times, but absolutely lethal in the clutch.
And as long as they can keep doing that kind of work at the foul line, this lead will be safe.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. And that'll be his third foul so far. Free throw, good. Jokic.
A nightly double-double threat. Jokic is also an exceptional playmaker for a guy that size.
Near the three-point line, it's Porter. Not enough on that one as it misses. Lillard with no one around. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Well, he thought he could slip by there and grab the board, but got too much body and gets called for going over the back.
Well, I see what he was going for. It was a gamble on his part, but then you've got to live with the results.
Yeah, a former five-star recruit. We know about the talent level with Porter, but he's also a mature, hard-working guy.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. All right, David, great job. A beautiful skyline of now. A look at Dallas's starting lineup. Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Marjanovic in at the 5, down low. And for the Nuggets, Cole is out there with Michael Porter. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Barton in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
No answer for Murray from the defense so far. Absolutely ferocious at taking it inside.
And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets.
And Doncic gets it to go.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Bull. Wide open look here for Murray. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Marjanovic. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Here's Porter, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. You know, Greg, the further we went into the playoffs, the more Jamal Murray looked like a star.
I mean, Kevin, big shots in clutch situations, logged heavy minutes, but, you know, never wavered. A truly heroic performance from Murray all postseason.
Richardson gets a wide open look. His 3-pointers off the mark. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Murray surveying the D. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. And here are the Mavericks now. Tries from 10. Nice touch on the bank shot.
Boy, excellent situational awareness from Hardaway Jr. that time. I mean, he seems to know exactly where to get when the break is on.
Now here's Murray. And stolen by Richardson. And Doncic with a clear path to the hoop.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Murray, no good.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
Back to Richardson. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Yeah, Richardson's got a nice vertical now, and you saw it right there.
Nuggets have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's Murray. Pass to Jokic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Luka Doncic.
Well, I love how crafty Jokic is. You know, he basically baits defenders into committing the foul once he gets deep position.
A self-described country boy from the town of Samba, Serbia, Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia.
Here's Melli. Porzingis.
Boy, you got to push Porzingis out of the paint. If you don't, you're looking for trouble.
Here's Morris. .146 left in the first quarter. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Mavericks leading by 3. Brunson scanning the floor. Finney-Smith kicks to Richardson. That shot missing. And Denver the other way now. 1:16 left in the first quarter of the game. Gordon against Richardson. And Millsap slams it in.
Adding new elements to his game. When Gordon is passing it like this, he's hard to guard.
And here's Brunson. No points in the game yet for him. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Excellent activity and timing on the offensive glass. That's how you get extra possessions.
Floats it up for Millsap.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful.
Virtually impossible to top that alley-oop.
Richardson the pass to Brunson. To the inside. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
Morris, no good. Here's Porzingis with a fast break chance. From deep, Richardson. That shot, no good. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Maverick. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
On the court for the Mavericks, J.J. Redick is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Here's Morris. Kicks to Green. It's rebounded by Dallas. It's Reddick on the wing. He's guarded by Rivers. To the paint. And it's sent back by Millsap.
Pretty cool to see Millsap turn shots back. I mean, he's a mobile, athletic, big man who is taking pride in his defensive work.
Calling stop. It's good on the putback.
A flat-out bulldog in the paint. Great job to follow his own shot there and get the basket.
Brunson against Morris. Good work there as it goes. Morris has got his second bucket. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
He'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Bol, he's checked in for Millsap. Porter comes in for Aaron Gordon. Will Barton, he's checked in for Austin Rivers. And it's Jamal Murray in for Monte Morris. Now here's Porzingis following the miss by Jamal Murray. Hardaway, no good. Bobbed up there for Green. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And at 7'2", Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Over to the wing. Porzingis kicks to Hardaway. He can't get that one to fall. And Denver the other way now.
And guys, if there's an X factor for this Nuggets team moving forward, it might be the young man, Michael Porter Jr. Talk about his potential. It could be as high as anybody on that roster.
Yeah, I concur with you there, Greg. I mean, you look at this kid, he's got a great shooting touch and really good scoring instincts that you don't see very often. Extremely gifted. They've brought him along slowly, which is the wise thing to do. And if he can come on and realize his potential, he could take him to another level for sure.
Barton dishes to Green. 5 to shoot. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That's his first foul. And the Nuggets making a change here. Jokic is checked in. And Dallas also making a switch. Powell's checked in. Inside. Here's Bol. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Bol's got his first 2 points of the night.
Hey, when you look at Jokic, forget about calling him a good passing big man. He's a great passer, period.
1:27 left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Doncic. That one goes in for him, too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
You know, as I watch Doncic, I think it's futile to try to distract this guy. His focus and concentration and control of himself is excellent.
Now, here's Jokic. And there's the pass to Bol. Back to Jokic. Martin from outside. Rebounded by Hardaway.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Murray kicks to Jokic. It's up a 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Richardson the pass to Powell. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Powell's got the lead up to 9 now for Dallas. And Murray's got the ball here for the Nuggets. Plenty of space. Here's Bol. The kick out to Barton. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Now, here's Doncic. 10 points for him. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Doncic has got 9 points now in the quarter.
Boy, you better get out there on this guy. Doncic is prime time for real from that three-point line.
And so it's the... Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the... Luka Doncic has been the story in this one. He had 13 points and 2... Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Aaron Gordon out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's Austin Rivers. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's McGee in at the 5 spot. Here's Morris following the score by Dallas. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivals. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys unless you were on the same team.
Well, doing a little bit of everything. Millsap terrific at moving the ball, sensing when a teammate has a good look. It doesn't stick with him.
Now here's Brunson. Redick with the 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Morris into the lane. The second chance effort. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Tell you what, you can hit him, slap him, try to wrap him up. Really doesn't matter because Millsap is so strong, he's able to fight through all of that.
Mavericks leading by 10. Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. Brunson against Morris. Brunson kicks to Powell. Basket counts. Powell's got 6 points.
Dwight Powell really showing continuing confidence in his inside game, and I think he's only going to get better down there.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the second round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
And so it's Dallas with following the miss by Paul Millsap. Powell kicks to Finney-Smith. Pass to Brunson. Oh, good on the triple.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Millsap up top, guarded by Powell. On the wing, Gordon. Millsap finds Morris. The Mavericks pull it in. Cauley-Stein's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And G.A., even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
You know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward. And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Now, here is Morris. 6 points for him. Shoots. Millsap passes to McGee. Gordon up on top. Here's Morris. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. A different look for Denver. Jermichael Green, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Michael Porter comes in for Aaron Gordon, and Barton subbed in for Rivers. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Cauley Stein. Nicolo Melli comes in for Dwight Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for J.J. Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Now, here's Doncic. Following the miss by Michael Porter. Another three for Dallas.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
Now Morris shoots over Doncic, and another miss by Denver.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here's Melli. Here's Porzingis. Millsap grabs the miss. It's Barton on the wing. Guarded by Hardaway. Hardaway against Barton. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
When he's driving, he's committed to scoring, so not much you can do against Barton in that situation.
Doncic with it. He's got 16. Step back shot. Offensive rebound.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they?
Yes, they can. They can't allow him to beat them to 2.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here, we've got Josh Richardson. He's out there with Luka Doncic. Maxi Kleber is out there with Porzingis. And it's Melli in at the 4. Barton, no luck.
Boy, defense non-existent there, but they catch a break as he whiffs it.
And here's Porzingis. This one for 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Love the mentality there, I tell you. I know I've never coached, but, man, playing to win and being aggressive even with the lead as opposed to being safe and going into prevent offense, I'll take the former all day long. Play to win.
Kleber kicks to Doncic. Back to Kleber. Fires the 3. And it's Doncic missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
You can't allow Murray to beat you to the rack. I mean, he really turns on the Jets in the open floor. You got to get in front.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Kleber. A 3-ball. Nice D from Porter. The Nuggets trail by 19. Here's the 3. Another shot. And Bull with the lay-in.
The towering presence that is Bull. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
Doncic against Murray. Doncic outside. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Dallas again missing. Nuggets have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Barton kicks to Murray. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Kleber. From outside, off the mark. Denver's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Murray finds Barton. tipped. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Pass to Doncic. Trains the three-pointer. Doncic has got 19 points. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for the Mavericks.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
You know, one other area they're doing well in is steals. I mean, they've knocked the ball loose a number of times and been able to track it down after the fact.
Barton surveying the floor, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. And then for Dallas, Marjanovic checked in for Melli. Hardaway comes in for Maxi Kleber, and Trey Burke subbed in for Luka Doncic. 1:31 left in the fourth quarter.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Mavericks.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant, and so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Barton from outside buries it from three-point range.
A shot Barton can make, that one is. So if you're the defender, you have to at least honor that.
To the left wing, and here's Porzingis for a three. Dallas again missing.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Jokic. Murray for three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
If you're the defense, you've got to do better on Murray. I mean, even from way downtown, he's pretty accurate.
Here's Burke. There's the three, and that falls.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep.
And the Clippers starting five. DeMarcus Cousins out there with Batum. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the 2 spot. And for the Nuggets, they've got Bol. Jamal Murray is out there with Will Barton. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Porter in at the 3. Now here's Barton. Down low. The kick out to Porter. Shot clock at 5. He lobs it up. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And here is Los Angeles now. Passes it to Beverley. Now Batum. Jokic defending. Kicks it out to Leonard.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
And here's Barton. Pass to Bol. Here is Porter. 6 on the shot clock. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. The offensive rebound. Jokic. Bol, the pass to Jokic. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Now, here's George. Kicks it to Beverley. Jokic against Batum. Here's Beverley, banked in off the glass.
Patrick Beverley on the inside. Okay, we see you.
And here's Denver. Pass to Porter. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Ball dishes to Porter. Murray for three. Empty that time from Leonard.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
Beverly finds Leonard. Makes it off the glass.
What pretty vision right there by Patrick Beverly. Wow.
For Denver, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far.
When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
Now here's Murray. The kick out to Porter. The Nuggets with another miss.
Boy, having a hard time making shots. Just 1 for 4 to start this game.
Quick job of getting up the floor and creating early offense.
You don't give the defense any chance to set up. Sometimes you just love an easy look.
Bull with it. He's guarded by Cousins. He gets it in there. And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now, here is George. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And the pass to Beverly. And Batum kicks to George. 5 on the clock. He feeds it to Cousins. Got a hand on it.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
Jokic with the bucket.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. And that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Passes it to George. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
We are talking about a proficient, efficient scorer in Paul George. Go to work, sir.
Pass to Jokic. Outside Porter. Pass to Murray. Floats it up for Jokic. Outside Porter. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. Big group substitution here for Denver. Paul Millsap's checked in for Bull. Aaron Gordon comes in for Porter. Rivers, he's checked in for Will Barton. And Monte Morris subbed in for Murray. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
A nightly double-double threat. Jokic is also an exceptional playmaker for a guy that size.
And Jokic drops them both.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
And with a quick first step, Jackson remains a threat to drive on any defender.
Morris outside. The pass to Jokic. The 18-footer is right on the mark. Jokic has got 11.
This guy, a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Jokic firing on all cylinders for Denver. He comes away with 11. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverly about his throwback style.
Old school basketball.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And from what we've been watching, guys, with the Nuggets, what are you seeing out there?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Yeah, the defense hasn't been there. They are getting hammered on second chance opportunities.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Rajon Rondo is out there with Luke Kennard. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's man in at the 3 spot.
And check out Jokic using not just his length, but also the timing. The offensive player better think twice next time.
Gordon, the pass to Millsap, feeds to Morris. Leonard with the steal. Now Kennard passes it to Zubac. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers.
Well, Kawhi Leonard's passing skills have developed over the years, and if you give him that much attention, he'll find his teammates.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
It's a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Green, he's checked in for Nikola Jokic. And then for Los Angeles, Serge Ibaka is checked in for Zubac. Morris comes in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Jackson in for Rajon Rondo.
And the play succeeds because Millsap comes to the court hungry. He chases down boards and second chance opportunities.
Ibaka, this is to Morris. Pass to man, and too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Greg, is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Barton outside. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. That's foul number 2 for him.
2 fouls already on him. That is not the way to get your minutes per game up.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Zubac is checked in.
And when Jokic gets rolling, all 250 pounds of him, he's a load to try to stop off the bounce.
For Denver, they have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. Here's George. It's deflected. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Porter passes to Barton. Now, here's Jokic. The shot. Back to Porter. Pass to Jokic. And another miss by Denver.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Zubac kicks to Kennard. Back to Zubac. No good that time. And it's Denver the other way. Porter dishes to Murray. To the paint. Barton from outside. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barton. And the Nuggets making a change here. Green's checked in. 1:32 left in the first half of the game. George against Barton. From the high post. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. George has got the lead up to 3 now for Los Angeles. The Nuggets have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
Here's Murray up on top, defended by Beverly. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Cousins with the ball. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
The pass to Rivers. Shoots the three. Kennard with the rebound. Here now the Clippers. They're on an 11-3 run. Morris passes to Kennard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Clippers shooting their first free throws of the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Here's Morris. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching a pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They didn't get more than a one-possession lead in the period. 3 points was as big as it got. They played very bad.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Cole is out there with Michael Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Murray in at the point. That's the group for Mike Malone getting going here in the second half.
Well, I think what we see sometimes with DeMarcus Cousins, your greatest strength can be your greatest weakness. When he uses his emotion to be aggressive and intimidating, you love it. He just has to stay under control.
And it's Murray with the jam.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness. The D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
That one drops for him. Jokic has got 14 points for the game.
And this is where Jokic is most comfortable. The closer he is to the rim, the more effective he becomes.
Right over inside, guarded by Porter, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with the King. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. To do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Rondo against Murray. With his first shot attempt, 4 on the shot clock. Leonard finds George. They get it again. Cousins on the follow. Cousins has got the lead up to 9 now for Los Angeles.
Let's remember that a 7'6" wingspan accompanies the frame of DeMarcus Cousins. Somebody might want to box him out.
Murray. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter. Beautiful.
Barton against George. To the middle. Outside for Batum. Back to George. Lots of room. And it's good off the back rim and in. 6 points for him.
You've got to be prepared on the catch to release quickly. And Paul George does that as well as anyone in the league.
Here's Jokic. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And after an abysmal first half from the field, the shots now starting to fall.
And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Pass to Barton. Outside Porter over Rondo, and looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Here's Mann. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And the Clippers lead by 11.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
And the wide open shot from Morris. No good on the three.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Morris, no good. Nuggets have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Here's Rivers, stolen by Jackson. Morris finds Jackson. Ibaka for 3. Los Angeles with a fresh shot clock. The Nuggets trail by 11. It's Rivers on the wing. It's stolen by Ibaka. Here's the break. But he recovers it. Goes up again. Stolen by Rivers. It's stolen by Ibaka. Morris dishes to Ibaka. And it's Denver with the rebound. There's 42 seconds left to play in the third. Outside Millsap. It's Rivers on the wing. To the inside. Out to Morris. Clock at 4. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Clippers leading by 11. Pass to Kennard. Lets it go from deep. It's not going to go for him. That one, no good. And so it's Los Angeles holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the 4th, Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Batum, and it's Mann in at the 4-man position.
Underrated coming into the league and underestimated. Millsap doesn't have any doubters anymore.
Now, here's George. Pass to Batum. Back to George. The pass to Mann. The 3. That one's not going to go. And the Nuggets going the other way. Green kicks to Porter. Leonard with the steal. And here we go. Beverley heading to the hoop. And it's good for 2. Beverley's got the lead up to 11 now for the Clippers.
What a nice little burst from Patrick Beverley to get in transition.
Morris outside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Nicholas Batum. Free throw good for Morris. And the Nuggets with some changes. Jokic has checked in for Millsap. Cole comes in for Green. And it's Will Barton in for Rivers.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Outside, George. Beverley finds Batum. Back to Beverley. At the top of the key, Batum. Beverley, the pass to Mann. 5 to shoot. And here's Batum. And it goes down 2 points. Batum's got his first bucket in this one.
But you can see Patrick Beverley lifting his team with his ability to find an open teammate. Pretty pass.
Morris against Beverley. Stolen by Beverley. And now the Clippers on the break. George with the ball. And here's Leonard from three. It's hauled in by Jokic. Jokic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And here's Morris for three. It's hauled in by George. Clippers leading by 11. Beverley wide open. And the three off target. And we're around 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here. Morris looking over the floor. Plays it up and banks it in. Morris has got 4 this quarter.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Beverley with the ball. Takes the three. And no good that time. On the wing, Morris. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th quarter. And it's good, 2 points. Now Beverley. Outside, Batum. Beverley with the ball. Now defended by Jokic. There's the triple. And the Clippers miss again. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Denver Nuggets. They trail by 7. Morris against George. Morris outside. George with the defensive effort. Clippers leading by 7. A three from Leonard. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Morris passes to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Huge. Jokic comes through just fearless. What an option.
And here's Leonard from 3. Can't hit that one. Now Denver takes it the other way. Inside, here's Morris. It's hauled in by Beverley. The Clippers shooting 43% for the game. Here's Leonard. And it's off the back rim. No good.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Denver passing it around. Morris passes to Bull. And now the fast break. George with the ball. Here's Leonard. Again, Leonard missing.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
A big you can't really send to the line too much. Jokic, an effective free throw shooter.
Jamal Murray, he's checked in for the Nuggets. And Jokic drops them both.
Clutch. Those free throws turn this into a one-possession ball game. A three and nothing but a three will do here.
You've got to keep your composure and execute to get a quality look from 3.
Here's Kennard. So it's the Clippers taking the win in a close. All right, David, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. And the starting lineups have concluded. So just welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Jokic is out there at Bol. Then there's Jamal Murray. Then it's Porter. And it's Barton in at the 2 spot. And for Portland, pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Anthony in at the small forward. Now here's Barton. Jacks up a 3, kept alive.
That's size winning out. I mean, he needed every single inch to haul in that one.
Kicks it out to Lillard. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Here's Anthony. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
That'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate, McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
Murray against Covington. Ball kicks to Porter. Denver passing it around. And the dunk by Ball.
That's just too easy for Ball. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
McCollum outside. Lillard attacking. Drops it in from 11 feet.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
Now here's Barton. Pass to Bol. Covington with the steal. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. Lillard with no one around. Drills the 3-pointer. Lillard's got 5.
You got to get out on Lillard. I mean, his long-distance shot, you know it's cash.
And you look at Robert Covington, first-team All-Defense in 2018, the kind of versatile stopper that every team in the league could use.
Now Anthony following the 3-point attempt by Jamal Murray. No coverage that time. He's got 7.
Entering the NBA, I knew he needed to develop his mid-range game. He did it, and it's opened things up for him.
Ball with it. Covington's there. Here's Jokic. Lays it up off the glass. And Covington may be not a star, but he's a winning player. We've seen that.
And the perfect example of that 3-and-D role player can guard 4 or 5 positions and can definitely sling it from outside.
Here's McCollum following the basket by Jokic. And the foul on Will Barton. That's his first foul. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Zach Collins comes in for Robert Covington. Norman Powell's checked in for Anthony. And it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum. And then for Denver, Millsap comes in for Bol. And Morris subbed in for Barton.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Jones is checked in. And then for Denver, Jermichael Green, he's checked in for Jokic. Gordon comes in for Porter. And it's Rivers in for Jamal Murray. Kicks it out to Collins. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Morris inside. Here's Green. It's deflected, and they'll keep possession. Back to Millsap. Second shot opportunity over Collins. And closing the shot, even with the foul. Now the 2 free throws.
And it's fair to say that Millsap has been very underrated throughout his career. A versatile, tenacious forward who quietly destroys whoever he plays.
Denver making a switch here. McGee's checked in. Now here's Powell. Fires at the elbow. And the shot is long.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
He gets that one.
Not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table.
Powell, the pass to Simons. Outside, Jones. Here's Simons, defended by Gordon. Jones for three. That one, no good. And the Nuggets going the other way. And Gordon gets it to go in on the assist by Morris.
And there's just so much athleticism to Gordon's game. Good luck trying to contain him inside.
Simons, the pass to Jones. Here's Simons. Left side Collins. In the corner, Powell with it. And there's the pass to Simons. Just 5 to shoot. Kicks it out to Jones. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The drive by Gordon. Missed inside. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 5. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
Humble beginnings. I'm proud.
Well, some of the best stories in our league are about guys who struggled to get to where they are today.
And I really hope the young guys out there are listening to this. You don't have to be a 5-star prospect to achieve your dreams.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Just stretching out the floor in that first. They had the defense scrambling.
But just wearing them out. I mean, when you space the floor like this, the defense has to run and expend energy.
So on the floor for Denver, Cole is out there with Paul Millsap. And there's Gordon, and it's Rivers, and it's Morris in at the point guard. Millsap against McCollum. Millsap down low. The layup missed. Trailblazers leading by 5. McCollum dishes to Lillard. Back to McCollum. He wants to get it to Nurkic and does.
Rising off the ground with such intensity. And when Nurkic is this close, he wants to slam it down.
Rivers kicks to Barton. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. They get it back. Portland moving the ball around. McCollum against Rivers. It's deflected. Millsap with the steal. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That is his first foul of the game. And the Nuggets with some changes. Jokic, he's checked in for Millsap. Michael Porter comes in for Gordon. And Murray subbed in for Rivers.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
And McCollum the bucket on the assist by Anthony. McCollum's got the lead up to 12 now for the Trailblazers. Murray outside. Lays it up off the glass.
And even at 6'5", Murray just elevates high inside for these buckets. A high percentage shooter down low.
Back to Lillard from outside the arc. And Bull pulls it down.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Porter, no luck. And stolen by Bull. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Nuggets.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they might be pressing a little. I mean, forcing some things. This is a good opportunity to calm everyone down.
Denver making a switch here. Green's checked in. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Jokic passes to Porter. Jokic on the follow. Jokic has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Denver.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
Passes to Cantor. Kicks it out to Collins. Lock at 6. Back to Cantor. And he drops it in from the low post. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Green draws the double. Back to Jokic. Pass to Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
How about the strength of Murray finishing the shot off easily, even with the harm?
Denver shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. Free throw good, Murray. 1:12 left to play in the first half. Here's Simons. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Cantor, the dunk, and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Jokic. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throw this game.
And as a team, excellent a season ago. About 80% when they got to the line.
Well, known for his unique personality, Cantor also remains a solid role player. Someone his teammates enjoy playing with.
Here's Murray. And Denver again with the bucket.
I mean, it took him a long time to get into the flow of the game, but the points are starting to come for him now.
Simons, the pass to Powell. Kicks it to Cantor. Here's Simons. Pass to Powell. Here's Simons. He's covered by Murray. There's the pass to Simons. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots from 12. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Murray for 3. And Jones pulls it down. And stolen by Bull. Passes it to Jokic. This is his first free throw of the game.
Really can't criticize the work he did at the line a year ago. 82% on the season.
And Jokic drops them both.
Oh, this is a big fella who has no problems at the foul line. I mean, a very smooth touch on his stroke.
Lillard way outside. The shot will not fall. And so it's the... Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2. Portland did not hesitate to set the pace. Their mission to dominate early was accomplished with a... And that...
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
The high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Here's Jokic. It doesn't go for him. And it's Portland the other way. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Here's Anthony. Porter with a block.
And, you know, as he learns the game at this level, he's going to block more shots. Porter has the length and the ability to move his feet.
Kicks it out to Lillard. 5 to shoot. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
They are just killing him on the interior. Well, you look at the career that Dame Lillard has had so far. Taken 6th in the 2012 draft out of Weber State, a small school, but this guy became a franchise player immediately for the Blazers.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the 3rd. 6 to shoot. Here's Porter.
Oh, and what hustle on defense from Nurkic. I mean, great at staying in place and annoying scores.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And thinking of Lillard, the numbers over his career are incredible.
And Lillard found his strength as a shooter, and boy, did he exploit it. He's been averaging 20 points per game almost his entire career, and he's kept adding to his game as one of the elite players in our league.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Barton, wide open, he fires. The Nuggets with another miss.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lillard. A different look for Denver. Paul Millsap's checked in for Bull. And Morris subbed in for Porter. And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Nuggets. Still looking for their first bucket of the second half. And again, Denver no good.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of that.
And what unselfish play from Lillard. This guy has no problem giving it up, especially when his teammate's wide open.
Barton drives in, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Robert Covington picks one up.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Denver shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
and now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Lillard against Morris. Nurkic, and again, it's Portland converted.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Morris into the lane. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Zach Collins comes in for Robert Covington. Powell, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Rivers can't get it to go. Portland leading by 12. Poked away. It's stolen by Morris. Gordon with it. Now Anthony defending. The shot's good from McGee.
See, this is why JaVale McGee is out here. When he hustles like this, his coaches and teammates notice.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the 3rd now. And there's the call on Austin Rivers. That is his first foul of the game. The Trailblazers have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3. Here's Simons. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Outside Anthony. Just 4 to shoot. Elbow shot. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The Nuggets trail by 11. Morris kicks to McGee. Here's Gordon. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Here's Simons. No good from outside. Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Morris into the lane. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. They've led by as many as 14 points. Simons, the pass to Collins. Portland moving the ball around. Lets it go from 11. Good as the jump shot falls.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Morris kicks to McGee. Here's Rivers. It's tipped, but he gets it back. Morris into the lane. Millsap passes to Morris. Here's Powell. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Portland looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And we'll be right back after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, it's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Taking a look at the Nuggets, Monte Morris is out there with Jamal Murray. Then there's Bull. Then it's JaMychal Green. And it's Porter at the 3 spot. Powell dishes to McCollum. Shot from the wing. They get it again. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Murray, the pass to Barton. The dish to Bull. Lets it go with a 3. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 8 rebounds in this game. And they go to the intentional foul. Jokic has checked in for Denver. Nuggets on D. Down by 15. Murray against Lillard. From about 19 feet. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Oh, yeah, that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. 3-pointer. He can't get it to go. Now Denver takes it the other way. Martin surveying the floor. Here's Jokic. And there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done.
And you better hammer Jokic to get him off on his shot. The Serbian is a solid 7-footer and laser focused.
Cullen passes to Nurkic. Out left to the wing. Lillard against Murray. And he gets it to go.
And look at that. The touch of Lillard inside. So impressive. He's terrific at generating points.
Lillard against Murray. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Portland. And so Murray nails both of them.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Feeds to Nurkic and finished off by Nurkic.
Oh, great flow to that possession. 2 players totally in sync with each other.
Now here's Murray. Pass to Porter. He kicks the Bull. Back to Porter. That shot misses. Anthony with the defensive effort. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Trailblazers. Lillard surveying the D. From the stripe, that falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. And the Trailblazers lead by 17. Lillard against Murray. Porter passes to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down hard.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Lillard outside. And a wide open look for McCollum. Off target from three-point range. The Nuggets trail by 15.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Portland.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Lillard.
Oh, man, anticipation, instincts, energy, all his tools were on display tonight as he lit the place up.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And here is Powell. Now the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Clock at 6. Portland no good that time either.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
The Nuggets with another miss. And here are the Trailblazers now. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Here's Giles. Shot on the wing. Green with the rebound. On the wing, Morris. Passes it to McGee. Misses from short range. It's stolen by Green. Morris looking over the floor. Kicks it to McGee. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Some good competition, but the hometown. The sprawling metropolis. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Michael Porter's out there at goal. Then there's Murray. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Barton in at the 2. And for the Mavericks, Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Hardaway. Then there's Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. Now, here's Jokic. Here's Barton. And Barton throws it down.
Barton is at his very best when he's attacking the basket. He's a most effective slasher.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. And here is Cauley-Stein. Doncic outside. Pass to Porzingis. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
and drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this? Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
2 on the clock.
Defense made an impact right there. Definitely got him uncomfortable going up with it.
It's Barton with the drive. That's good from Porter on the assist by Barton.
Leaving folks open around Barton is a no-no. He'll torch you whenever you do that.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Doncic kicks to Porzingis. 3-pointer. That shot off. Now the Nuggets take it the other way.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Pass to Porter. Floats it up for Jokic. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Boy, Jokic always in sync with his teammates, which is part of why he's able to put together these highlight reel sequences.
Now, here's Doncic. And the shot goes down.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Murray outside. That one off the back iron and out.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Murray finds Barton. Now here's Porter. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Murray surveying the D. And it's Murray with the jam.
Boy, have to enjoy, guys, seeing Murray jam it down like that. I mean, his vertical is pretty impressive.
Doncic outside. Passes it to Porzingis. Back to Doncic. Traps in the tray. Doncic has got 5 now. The importance of the 3-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble from 3 and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having a guard the 3-point line.
Barton against Hardaway. Now, here's Doncic. Defense right on him, and it's blocked. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And the dunk by Bull.
Boy, good vision that time from Michael Porter Jr. Saw the wide open teammate and then got the pass to him right on time.
Doncic against Murray. Out to Porzingis. All alone. That one good for 2.
He does not lack for confidence, and he shouldn't. I mean, this guy's a dangerous scorer.
Murray outside. And oh my, what a slam right at the buzzer.
And great move there to ensure they end the quarter on a strong note.
Yeah, really strong move to the rim as well. Sometimes you'll opt for the layup, but not this time.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
Josh Richardson out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Maxi Kleber. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Marjanovic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. Back to Morris. Lob pass to Gordon. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And when Gordon is launched and in the air like that, he's a mesmerizing guy to keep an eye on and just get out of the way.
And no doubt last season was a bit of a step backwards for Aaron Gordon. After that breakout 2019 season, his numbers just didn't hold up.
And, you know, Greg, the issue was his shooting. You know, Gordon had a tough time from distance, especially from three-point range. Some of that is maybe mechanics, but also shot selection a part of it. And I also thought he was a little more passive with the ball, maybe a little more indecisive. But, again, he's a young player, really young player, so I'm thinking it was probably just an off year for him, and he'll bounce back in good fashion.
The pass to Marjanovic. 9 feet out. The shot is good off the backboard. Here's Morris. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
Guys, right from the start, it's been apparent they're determined to establish a presence in the paint.
Well, the job of penetrating that they've done so far has really been excellent. I mean, they've done a nice job driving to the hoop effectively.
Doncic is checked in for the Mavericks. And Denver also making a switch. Green's checked in. The three for Doncic. Another three for Dallas.
Guys, Doncic has great shooting mechanics, and he can knock it down from deep or just about from anywhere on the court.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Kleber's checked in. Here's Porter. Here's Jokic. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
How about that persistence there? Jokic refusing to give up on the glass.
The Mavericks have gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. Richardson outside. And it's sent back by Jokic. Murray left side. Pass to Jokic with the shot. Martin dishes to Murray. Pass to Jokic. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Richardson the pass to Brunson. That one goes in. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Murray outside. Kicks to Porter. To the right side. 5 on the clock. Jokic passes to Bull. Up again. Jokic on the follow. Jokic has got 10 points.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Yeah, I love the energy they're playing with. I say it this way. Good teams, championship teams, play against the game as much as they play against the opponent. Nice uptick here in their second chance points in this quarter.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Porzingis is checked in for Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway's checked in for Josh Richardson. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Murray for three. It's hauled in by Porzingis. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They trail by one. Here's Hardaway. Marjanovic. Great positioning on the putback. Marjanovic has got 7 points for the quarter.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Murray against Doncic. Murray, the pass to Green. Kicks it out to Gordon. Here's Jokic. Misses it from 7 feet out.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
And here we go. And he trains the three, but let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. Bring out the monitor and see. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. Their biggest deficit was 6 points in the opening. And that'll...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at the Nuggets. Monte Morris is out there with Will Barton. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then it's Porter. And it's Bol in at the 4 slot. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform. Legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Barton. Morris kicks to Bol. Barton passes to Porter. Ball's knocked loose. To the inside. Bol dishes to Barton. The kick out to Porter. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. Here's Jokic, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Josh Richardson's checked in for Hardaway. And here's Doncic. 10 points for him. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Guys, I tell you what, feels like everything is coming easy to him. Just taking what he sees and capitalizing.
Barton kicks to Porter. Back to Barton. And Porter, here we go. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
You know, as a youth player, Porter's talent was undeniable. Unquestionable, really, but he suffered through some injuries. He didn't get a lot of time on the court in college, and he entered the 2018 draft with a lot to prove.
Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Dallas. Jamal Murray, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Doncic passes to Richardson. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. And Kleber slams it in.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
And, Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
Doncic, no good. The Nuggets trail, and now the Nuggets fast break. Oh, Porter in position, an emphatic alley-oop jam.
You know, I really like seeing this from Murray. Looking to get his open teammates involved. Being a willing passer is impressive to his teammates.
Doncic passes to Richardson. It's tipped. Porter with the steal. To the paint. And Barton throws it down.
Yeah, you can't forget about the jumping ability of Barton now. I mean, this guy is phenomenal at finishing off these alley-oops.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 12. And the dunk by Doncic.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
It's Barton with the drive. Porzingis with the steal. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
And just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
Murray outside. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Powell comes in for Porzingis. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Mavericks.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. They've been turning those turnovers into points.
Here's Millsap. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
The Nuggets trail by 3. It's stolen by Marjanovic. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Marjanovic has got 9.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
Here's Murray. And nothing is falling for him right now. Richardson, that's a 2-pointer, and the wing jumper offline. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Mavericks ahead, up 5. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. The Nuggets trail by 5. We've got Jalen Brunson. Willie Cauley-Stein is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Hardaway against Rivers. Just 5 on the clock. To the middle, and Millsap stabs it in.
You know, when he's got the position he wants inside, he's committed to throwing it down, and Millsap, he's got a nice vertical on him, too.
Brunson against McGee. Brunson, good.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Rivers kicks to Morris. Back to Rivers. Pass to Millsap. Over Cauley-Stein. They get it back. And another shot. And there's the foul on the shot. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And, guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Brunson the pass to call his stop. McGee with the block.
Boy, and the wingspan McGee has covers a lot of ground. Very useful for shot blocking.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Back to Brunson. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. And the Mavericks lead by 3.
Porzingis has no problem giving the ball up. This is just the kind of unselfishness you like to see.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks.
Jokic has such a feel for when to attack, and when he's moving like this, it's basically all she wrote for the defense.
Doncic looking it over. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Murray against Doncic. Murray, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Dallas leading by 3. Doncic outside. Down low. Jokic with the steal.
I don't like that decision there on the entry pass. Not with the defender right there ready to pick it off.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Here's Cleveland, and it's sent back by Jokic.
Outstanding timing from Jokic there. Then the superb reach to wipe away the shot.
Martin passes to Murray. Jokic with it. Murray outside. But they recover it. Jokic passes to Porter. To the middle. Here's Richardson, and it's Richardson slamming it down.
What a big shot from Richardson there. Fearless.
Doncic against Murray. To the inside. Bull. And the dunk by Bull.
Showing he can step up when the team needs him. Bull there with a big basket.
Doncic against Murray. Doncic kicks to Marjanovic. There's the pass to Cleveland. And it's sent back by Jokic. Porter looking it over. Count!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Here's Doncic. It counts.
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The rebound by Marjanovic. Pass to Pop. Kicks it out to Richardson. Now, here's Doncic. His three-pointer's off the mark. So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Michael Green is out there at bowl. Then there's Murray, and it's Jokic in at the 5. And for the Clippers, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George, and it's Beverly in at the point. Now here's Porter. Jokic trying to free himself up. Excellent D there from George.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Just 5 to shoot. Green against Leonard. And he slams it down right on top of JaMychal Green.
Well, we know Leonard's an elite two-way machine, but there he shows us the artistry.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. Here's Murray. Pass to Bol. And the dunk by Bol.
That's just too easy for Bol. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. George with the bucket.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
For Denver, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Now Murray. Pass to Bull. To the paint. Here's Jokic. Can't hit from in close.
Not the efficient start they were hoping for. Only 1 for 4 from the field.
And Leonard gets it to go.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Murray with it. The pass to Jokic. He kicks it to Green. Passes it to Bull. And stolen by Cousins. And now the Clippers on the break. George has got the ball. Leonard with the bucket.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
Murray outside. Inside, Jokic lays it up and banks it in. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
Here's Murray. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. They kick it out to Green. He's looking for Cousins and finds him. And now the fast break. George with the ball. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
This is my type of approach. Get some high percentage looks. Then later, you can play inside out.
And the D has no answer for Murray. Just absolutely ferocious at attacking the basket.
Outside Leonard. Wide open look. Jokic grabs the miss.
Everything worked except for the outcome. You want him to shoot that every time.
Bull can't hit. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 16-6 run. Beverly for 3. Zubac finds Beverly. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one is on Bull.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And last season, he made good on about 3 out of every 4 free throw attempts. And last time I checked, I think that's 75%.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Stolen by Zubac. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Here's Mann. No good on the triple. Morris against Kennard. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Barton. Morris has got it back down to single digits for the Nuggets. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. That quarter had to take a lot out of. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
Jackson is out there with Kennard. And it's Ibaka. And it's Marcus Morris. And it's Mann in at the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Outside for Millsap. Back to Morris. This one for 3. Reggie Jackson with the rebound. Los Angeles leading by 11. And stolen by Barton. Millsap with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. Millsap misses. Here's Mann. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Morris, no good.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Barton. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. The Nuggets trail by 11.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injury slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Jackson passes to Ibaka. And pushing it up, here's Denver. And the basket by Gordon.
An underrated part, really, of being a sick athlete like Gordon, body control. Used it there to keep the form on his shot.
Jackson with it. Morris is there. In the corner, it's Morris. The jump hook doesn't go for him. And the Nuggets going the other way. Rivers kicks to Barton. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit. That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And Denver also making a switch. Jokic is checked in. Now on the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi, PG, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie.
Oof. Well,
wow.
I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple Finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree.
Off the catch, Leonard with the quick trigger. Nothing but money.
Got a piece of it. George with the ball. Picked up by Rivers. Nobody near George. And it comes off the front of the rim. The Nuggets trail by 8. Here's Jokic. Gordon against Cousins. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Gordon. And then Gordon with the dunk.
And we all know Gordon isn't just going to lay it up. He's going for the throwdown every time.
George dishes to Beverly. Barton against George. From deep. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins. Big group substitution here for Denver. Bowl, he's checked in for Millsap. Green comes in for Aaron Gordon. Porter's checked in for Will Barton. And it's Jamal Murray in for Austin Rivers. Murray, the pass to Porter. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. The 10-footer. He doesn't hit that one. The Clippers go the other way with it. And he comes up with the deuce.
Facing up from mid-range, George could have tried to drive, but takes what the defense gives him.
And here is Murray. Takes a 3. DeMarcus Cousins comes up with the rebound. Cousins has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The putback, and George able to finish. And the Clippers lead by 10.
You know, offensive rebound is largely about hustle. Paul George plays with great energy and focus.
And it's Murray penetrating. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Reason why it takes extra energy to do it. You have to trust your defensive rotations, but it's worth it.
Beverly against Murray. Fires from 14. Zubats, that's good.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Murray against Beverly. And it's Murray penetrating. And the rejection in by Zubats. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers with a... All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter start.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He ended up with 15 points. And that...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Second half underway. Here's who Mike Malone's got on the floor. They've got Jamal Murray. Cole is out there with Green. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Porter at the 2 guard.
Yeah, Ball with the unique combination of height and skill. That's a challenge for any defender.
And he makes both free throws. Now here's Jackson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Kennard. Morris outside. Down low. Shot clock at 5. And stolen by Murray. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Floats it up for Jokic.
And at 7-2, Bol has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Jackson passes to Kennard. In the corner, it's Morris. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Here's Ibaka, and the shot goes in. Ibaka's got his first basket.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Jokic with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. And foul on the... And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Outside, George. A 3 from Leonard. Leonard on the wing. Shoots over Barton. Offensive rebound. Zubats kicks to Beverly. And here's George for 3. It's stolen by Morris. One-on-one here. Pass to Rivers. Lets it go from deep. Millsap. And it's Millsap with the extra effort. Millsap's got his second basket.
The big thing is that Millsap is attacking, trying to make plays for this team.
The pass to Cousins. Dishes it to George. There's the 3. Gordon against Cousins. 5 on the clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. A nice shot by George.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
It's Barton with the drive. It doesn't go for him. Nice D from Cousins. Passes to George. Back to Leonard. Now here's Cousins. Beverly the pass to Cousins. Leonard with the ball. Picked up by Rivers. Short. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Zubats has got the lead up to 12 now for Los Angeles.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the second pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' game.
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Rondo comes in for Patrick Beverly. On the wing, Porter. Murray against Rondo. Porter dishes to Green. Murray kicks to Porter. Pass to Murray. Fires for three. Knocked away. And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And the Clippers making a change here. Ibaka's checked in. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Here's Murray. Here's Bull. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
The towering presence that is Bull. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
Clippers leading by 9. Rondo finds Leonard. It's stolen by Green. And so it's Los Angeles in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll return shortly. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. We've got Kawhi Leonard, Luke Kennard out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's Batum, and it's man in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. And Los Angeles with some changes. Mann's checked in, and it's Kennard in for Paul George. And a switcher also for Denver. Morris is checked in for Jamal Murray. Pass to Kennard. The 3 sinks the triple. Kennard's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Jokic. The Clippers grab the miss.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Ibaka, the pass to man. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. And the pass to Morris. The three-pointer, no good.
Trying to finish out the game strong. You have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
Passes it to Jokic. Bull with it. Morris looking over the floor. Shot clock at 6. Here's Jokic, and the rejection by Ibaka. To the middle. Morris finds Kennard. Back to Morris. To the inside. Shot's good by Kennard.
Can't let Kennard get this close. Once you do, he's going up with it.
Morris passes to Jokic. The rebound by Ibaka. Clippers leading by 14. Jackson dishes to Ibaka. He feeds it to Morris. Back to Ibaka. To the wing right side. Man. Porter with the steal. And now the Nuggets, fast break. Morris with the ball.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Jackson passes to Mann. A three ball. No good. And Denver the other way now. Over in the corner, Green. Porter against Kennard. And that one's good by Porter.
You just love how reliable he is night in and night out. His offense is there.
Jackson looking it over. Pass to Kennard. The drive by Jackson. Here's Ibaka. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game.
I like when Reggie Jackson is seeking out his teammates. He could have took that shot, but his teammate, he was wide open.
On the wing, Morris. Guarded by Jackson. Morris kicks the ball. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Green, and it's blocked by Ibaka.
Great defense by Serge, a tremendous athlete, blessed with insane length and leaping ability.
Jackson passes to Ibaka. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Kennard on the wing. The wing jumper off target.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Here's Porter. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Clippers.
When you consider the difference in their field goal percentages, the other team has to be happy that this wasn't a bigger loss. This team was on fire.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always frustrating when you can't throw a rock on the ground and the other guys just can't seem to miss.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Leonard.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Here's the three. And it's Jokic with the rebound. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Denver. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. And that one, good.
Sometimes he seems to be indestructible with the finishes he can make. Jokic is a force down low.
Ibaka outside. Now Jackson. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And so Los Angeles takes the win. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.